Serge is a sewing term that brings up the picture of joining two rough seams together to make a smooth cloth. A frayed end has been bound up, or where two pieces of cloth have been bound together. And that's a picture of what God does with us. He brings the rough to the beauty of who He is. The name change, we believe, will help us carry who we are better. If I say World Harvest Mission, you know half of what we do. You know that we're centered on the world. You understand that we're about seeing people come to Christ. But what you don't see is how we do it. That you don't see that we do that individually and life on life. You don't see that we have this large and well-known discipling wing of publications and the sonship course, and that is hidden by the name World Harvest Mission. If you don't know it, you wouldn't find it from that name. So oftentimes, one of the first things that happens when I say who I work for, I have to spend the first 5 minutes explaining who we're not. No, we're not World Vision. No, we're not that World Harvest Mission. No, we're not Harvest. And usually, I'd say about half the time, about halfway through trying to get it straight, the person will say, oh, I know who you are. And you know they don't. So I know that having a name that's more unique and more of a picture of what we do that needs to be explained will draw us into that conversation. And that's really what we want. We want the moment where we could have the conversation with someone to say what God has done for us and to offer what He can do for them. We're not saying that we're the smooth cloth and the world is all frayed and we're there to fix them. What we're saying is God brings two rough pieces together. Grace of the fray. Why is that important? Because God does not have us here just to get better. God has us here because He loves the world. Jesus answered Nicodemus, He said, God loved the world so much that He sent me. And actually, that's the same reason we're here. The meaning of the Christian life is not just improvement. It's not just having a good time and getting to heaven safe. The meaning of the Christian life is that God loves the world. The Bible tells us that He is not willing that any should perish. That's a fight worth joining. That's worth putting up with the tatters and the pains and the difficulties of this life, not just for myself, but for the kingdom of God moving forward into people's lives all over the world.